Hello, how we doing? Welcome back to another video. It's Mr.BuyTheDip. Today we're going to be talking about Nvidia. I feel like that's the hot topic right now. It's the stock that's been just up and away. 140 has been maintaining 140 all day. This goes back to, when Nvidia was just going from 400 to 500 to 600 to 700, and day by day it was just growing, right? What are my thoughts, and what are some of the things you need to take away with this Nvidia run? First of all, if you made some money from Nvidia, it's been a long time coming. All right, a lot of people probably weren't aware of when Nvidia was down 99, 100, and those days. Those days were like a couple months back, right? Who knows what a stock can do? Okay. All the rough days where Nvidia was under 105, 110, all that pays off now. Okay, this is where you take your profits, or this is where you decide to hold and make those moves that are going to set you up to make some money. Okay, what are my thoughts of this? Why do I not have any position in Nvidia right now? Simple thing, I sold at 130. That was my goal. Okay, I had a position that was not the best. Okay, I wish I bought lower. I was in for 124. Okay. And I wish I got in lower, but once again, don't get greedy. That's one thing I can say, that I didn't get greedy. I did not push the narrative of just buying a stock because I think other people are saying it's gonna fly, or it's gonna go up, which you can be right about sometimes. In this case, people were right. It went up to 140, 145, but in some cases you can also be wrong. Now I've learned, I've lived and learned. Back in like June, July, like I sold around at 125, 124, and I was waiting on a pullback, and that pullback never happened with Nvidia. Okay, and then after like 2 weeks, the unexpected happens, and Nvidia goes down to like 105, 104. Okay, so you do not know what will happen to a stock if you don't stay patient enough. Here's one thing about Nvidia: once it gets attention, it gets a lot of it. Okay, news articles. Okay, it's expanding. Okay, people like to make videos about it. People like to pull as many YouTube views, as many TikTok views as they can get. Okay, Nvidia's gonna get 100, 160. Here's why: they're gonna point like the lowest point of the graph, link it to some highest point, then point it to some lowest graph, and make you believe in some delusional way it's going to hit 160, 150 in the next coming weeks. There's a lot of consideration into thinking that Nvidia is going to hit 160, 170. First of all, what happens when a stock is this high? A lot of people start to get their profits and they start leaving. Okay, if Nvidia hits 148, 149, a lot of people are going to be like, okay, now this is getting a little too much. This is getting maybe a little too stressful. Some people are just gonna hold. Okay, you have to be able to make your mind up, okay, and stick to it. Okay, that's number one. That's the number one thing. If you're bouncing around thinking over here, oh, I want to wait, I want to make some more money, and then you come down at this position at 131 and 130, you see right there, you're like, oh my god, I should have sold up here at 138. Is it going to come back up? This is where the stress level starts. Okay, if you look at October 15, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., 4 p.m., a lot of people, if they would have not sold right here and got greedy and kept this up here, they would have been panicking right here. Okay, and that's the same case for me. I feel like if I didn't sell right here, I would have been panicking right here, right? Or I would have caught myself thinking and rethinking my decisions, right? Good thing I didn't. Good thing I stayed true to myself, right? And I sold right here. But the stock has a lot of attention on it right now. Is right now the right time to buy Nvidia? No, it is not the right time to buy Nvidia. Okay, look at this: 9 hours ago, 20 hours ago, 23 hours ago. If you get on TikTok right now and just look up Nvidia, you'll see 10, 20, 30 videos on it, people going live and just watching the stock move in the off market. Okay, when the stock has that much attention on it, let me tell you something: you are late to the stock. Unless it's a stock where it's like the 2021 run with GameStop, and you're gonna make money even if you get in pretty high. You're not making that much potential money from Nvidia. If you want to buy in, it's too late. Okay, let me tell you something: it's too late. But what you can do is notice how you notice how these new highs are being set. 143.71 is a new high. So next time you want to make sure you get in around 120, 117, 116. So when it comes back up, you can sell at that level. Now, do I think Nvidia is going to come back down to 117, 110? That's really hard to say. It's really hard to say. When Nvidia went back up to 138, 148, 138, 135, like around here, yeah, people were saying, oh yeah, it's going to keep flying. It's going to keep flying. Well, guess what? It went all the way down to 104. Okay? In a matter of 2 months, it went all the way down to $198 even August 7th. So who knows what's going to happen in the next 2 months. You have to be able to stay consistent and keep taking notes every day, and just watch patterns, see how it's going week to week, day to day. Okay, now here's some of the things you need to notice. 150 is a big mark. If it breaks through 150, Nvidia, you need to change and adjust your stop loss, what you want to get in at. You want to adjust some things. So perfect time to make adjustments in what you want. If you're a long-term investor and you're looking for a gap of 8 to 10 months, right? I would say look for something medium to low. But if you're somebody who wants to day trade and who wants to get in and get out within a day or 2 or 3 days, looking for a low point, or you can even get in with a slightly high point. Here's what I'm trying to say. So if you have $1,000 and you invest at 137 and then you sell all the way up here, 143, you make some good money, right? But if you're a long-term investor and you want to hold the stock for a few months and you buy in at 137, but you still want to hold for the next coming months, right? And you don't sell at 143, that is a bad move. Okay? If you're a long-term investor, you want to make sure you get in somewhere around here, okay? Around where's August 7th? Yeah, around right there. 98, 107, 106. And then now, is where you kind of hold it out, or you can sell. That's the beauty of being a long-term investor. A short, quick, or a day trader, you can get in right here, 125, and sell right here, quick, or you can within a day get in somewhere low at 140 and sell all the way up at 145. You have to know what you want from the stock. According to that, make your adjustment. Okay, 120 now would be a good position, in my opinion. The current position of a stock, it's 140s, 140 lows. So if your position was 120, 121, 119, it's fairly good. It's not a bad position. I feel like you're making good money. You could get your profits and get out, but do not get greedy. That's the last bullet point I have here. Don't get greedy, because you don't know what's going to happen with the stock. Okay, you can make analysis, you can make good educated guess, educated guess, but you don't know for a fact what's going to happen. Okay, so keep that in mind when you're trying to invest more money, when you're trying to make more money. The risk level is kind of high for Nvidia right now. If you're looking to buy in right now, me personally, I will not buy in. Okay, I have my pending order at 120. Do I think it's going to keep flying? Nvidia has did that in the past, but do I think it's going to keep flying to go to 200, 300? No. There has to be a pullback. It can go up to 150, 155, I believe, but eventually it's going to come down to 130s slowly and maintain that, and then it's going to come back down to 120s. And once it's 110s, nobody's going to really pay attention to it, and then all the attention is going to come back on Nvidia when it goes back up to a new high. Okay, that's what always happened with stocks. So just keep that in mind. If you are not around with the stock to struggle, you're not going to make money. So around here, when Nvidia was barely making any noise, a lot of people were just holding on to it, especially from August, October. October was just a different type of energy, just went up and up and up and up. But September and then August was a big one where we didn't see that much movement, but people who invested right here, they're having a field day right now. People who invested $1,000, $2,000 at not $104. Imagine how much money they're making right now. Okay, so this game is in their hands. When those people who have big positions, when they start selling, the stock is going to start coming down because they're selling their positions and taking their profits. But those who sell them, they're going to also come back in when the stock hits a low. And those people who sell, you know, if you have $2,000 that you invested, let's say in August, when it was 104, you're looking to come back in around that same share price or even less. Okay, so keep that in mind. You know, keep the supply and demand strategy in your mind. Know what attracts other people to the stock. You know, more and more people talking about it. The more they see about it, the more people start thinking, oh my God, I could have made $3,000. I could have made $2,000. You know, don't get pressured into buying a stock, but it's always good to see that and react to it. Okay, see people talking about it, take the education from it, take some notes on it, but do not feel pressured. Do not double think when buying a stock. Right now, I will not buy Nvidia. Okay, I will just watch this every day, wait for a pullback, because you know what happens. Because you're living through a bullish run. So when it goes back down, you're gonna know what to expect when it goes back up. Okay, so keep that in mind. Thank you guys for watching, like, and subscribe.